A table pushed against her chest, causing her to fall and hit her head, knocking her unconscious.
And I went down on the floor, and I was regaining consciousness. I started vomiting on the floor, and I started gasping for air.
That's just the start of the trauma and assault 65-year-old Vicky Patao says she and her husband, John Patao, experienced from a Guam Police Department officer. The couple went to the Dededo Precinct last Thursday to follow up on an assault complaint they previously filed. It was then they allege an officer tried to get them to sign a document without explanation.
He didn't explain to me anything because I asked him. First thing he said to me was, "You need to sign this," and I said, "What am I signing?" He said, "You just need to sign this." I said, "I don't know what I'm signing."
The husband soon detained in a holding cell while his wife sent to a separate room. It's there the situation started to escalate, getting vulgar.
He got up off the table, from his chair, and he went up to the window, the door, and punched that door with rage and anger. And he said, "Who the f*** do you think you are? Who the f*** do you think you are?" And at this point, I was terrified. I was afraid of what I was seeing and witnessing.
To excessive force.
And I said, "I'm not signing no paper because you're not explaining to me what this paper is, and I refuse to sign this paper." At this point, this was my voice, and he got enraged, and he picked his hand up and shoved the table because the force that he put hit my chest.
Patao breaking down in tears as she recounts the alleged assault. She says she fell to the floor where she hit her head, the impact causing a seizure and leaving her gasping for air. But she says help didn't come right away.
I was on that floor for a while. I heard them talking outside, and then they came in the room, and I was still vomiting and crying. And I said, "I can't breathe." I continued to state to them, "I cannot breathe." And all I heard as they were in the room was snickering. One officer, I couldn't determine who said it. "She's faking it." And they said, "Just leave her there." And I kept yelling out for my husband, John, I'm on the floor. John, I'm on the floor."
Medics eventually brought her to the hospital where she was able to receive medical attention. Then she was arrested and confined at the Manila prison for assault.
Assault
on the person that we made a report on first, because they claimed they made a report after we made our first report.
Now she's lawyering up and filing a police brutality complaint.
In my heart, I want others out there who have fallen victims to physical, verbal, emotional police brutality with a few select officers to please come forward and don't be afraid, because we cannot have this plague our island.
KUAM reached out to GPD for comment. Meanwhile, Public Safety Committee Oversight Chair Senator Chris Barnett responds to the allegations, confirming Acting Chief of Police Joe Carbolito is looking into the incident and the officer in question remains on duty. The Attorney General's office is also taking the allegations seriously, launching his own investigation. Mitsuki Horiyama, KUAM News.